energy level.
Yeah, I hope it's not as loud on the microphone as it was to you.
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
pretty loud.
exuberant.
Hey, folks, it is Christmas Eve. Welcome to CHMA, broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You're listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area or at www.chmafm.com. This is Ground Control at YMC, Midgic Airport. You are joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Thomas, still filled with spicy chicken, grapes, and cheese.
And me.
Oh, yeah, and
Like
Air Traffic Controller Luke is here as well.
Filled on chicken salad sandwiches.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
but I used spicy mayo.
And the love of your children.
Yes. It's a different kind of fullness.
It's a different fullness. Join us for the next hour as we watch the skies, listen to some tunes, chat, and we'll be done by and by. So, Luke.
Yeah.
Let's just get it out of the way at the top. Like, we're obviously not in studio. It's Christmas Eve.
What?
I'm in St. John.
Yeah.
Right now, when we did this last time, I was correct. I was literally driving home with my wife on the highway. 6 o'clock on Sunday.
Wow.
I think right now, 6 o'clock Sunday, Christmas Eve, I am probably sitting on the far right at the back at River Cross Church in St. John, New Brunswick, sitting with my mother and my wife, my brother and his fiance, and if we could drag my other brother there, he would be there as well.
You're a large athletic fellow. If anyone can drag a person somewhere.
It's true.
If one of the people on this radio show could drag a person somewhere.
That's very true. But I don't particularly care if he goes or not. It's my mother who's like,
so the motivation. Well, sometimes Christmas presents take strange forms.
That's true. He usually goes. Sometimes he's just like, I can't today, but he usually does.
Yeah.
So that's probably where I am right now. So, Luke.
Yes.
Use your crystal ball. Tell me what the weather is going to look like
in
7 days from now.
The weather in my heart.
Yes, the weather in your heart
tells me it's lightly snowing. Because I know people need to travel.
Yes.
But also...
You don't want a heavy snow.
No. But also, I want it to be snowing.
Yes, of course. So, you know what? If you look outside your house right now, my friends, it's a light snow.
Yeah. And if it's not, close the blinds.
But it is. We don't even need to worry about if it's not. It is.
If this works, there's going to be a lot more snow predictions on this show over the coming months. Because I know being a fan of winter is an unpopular opinion at times.
Yes.
A lot of people don't get excited about winter.
I like sitting indoors and drinking hot chocolate.
I love nothing more than like a proper winter storm. Like being stormed in the house because there's just something about it. Like,
it's nostalgic. It's so nice. Much.
And I've it's hard to say how my youngest child is going to feel, but my eldest is like totally on board with this as well. She's just so excited about snow and snowing and everything to do with it. So it's
I feel like your youngest is not going to be on board
with a lot of things in life.
You beat me to it. Yep.
Yeah. and she's gonna tell life as much. Yeah. So the weather report this week from days and days out. Light snow.
We are recording this 24 minutes after we finished our last show. And we're not tired of each other's presence yet.
Just enough time to slam back some chamomile tea to keep our voices real.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. And not slam back a bunch of hot sauce.
You slam back hot sauce.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I did. We got a song coming up.
Yeah.
Talking about St. John.
Yeah.
This is... Let's go with Little You, Little Me. This is a band out of St. John, active about 2013 to 2019. I hope they're going to be making some more music, but they haven't been active in a few years. And I'm not sure if that was just pandemic and haven't really got back on it yet.
That'll do it sometimes.
Oh, 100%. So this is Little You, Little Me, out of St. John, New Brunswick. I keep saying alma mater. None of these people went to my high school, but my alma mater.
All right,
here we go. Little You, Little Me.
I was talking to your friends.
It's like a pretty good tune.
Yeah, man. How do you feel about that grungy St. John rock there?
I had no idea that St. John was not just a port, but a exporter. That's all going to fall apart.
Hey, man.
Should we try again on live radio?
No. Okay. Absolutely. I'm definitely not editing this out.
Exporter of grunge.
Hey, you know what? I actually have like a lot of...
It's a gritty city. There should be...
There is.
Yeah.
I do have more gritty St. John music for us. Maybe not today. Maybe today.
The gritty St. John Music Hour.
It is the gritty St. John Music Hour.
Thank you for joining us on the gritty St. John.
St. John, man, we can't talk for an hour straight, and we're trying to do it for 2 hours, and like, it's just going so well. I'm already off track.
Results are as expected.
Thomas, what's up, man?
Tell me about what went on this week that was 23 minutes long in the world of sports.
Well, it's not sports this week. I knew this week we were going to be doing the remote show. So this is actually just more of a controversy that happened over the last year and culminated in this summer. So it's still fairly
it's the
recent.
Hockey stick tape thing?
No.
Oh.
No, hockey is far too mainstream.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We agreed that gets too much coverage.
Yeah. Chess. So, have you heard of the Carlson-Niemann controversy?
No.
So, during the Cinquenfield Cup in September 2022, chess grandmaster and then world champion Magnus Carlsen.
What a great chess player name.
I know, right? Lost to a man named Hans Niemann.
Yes, still a good chess player name.
Great. After losing in the third round matchup, Magnus Carlsen, the still grandmaster,
reigning champion,
but then the world. Like once you're a grandmaster, you're always a grandmaster. Yeah, but he was then the world. Yeah, he was then the world champion. Dropped out of the tournament, which many interpreted as Carlsen kind of tactically accusing Niemann of cheating. Their next tournament meeting was an online tournament, and Carlsen moved a single pawn and then resigned the game. Again, as...
Like he was trying to say a thing without coming out and saying a thing?
Exactly. Huh. And it became a huge scandal after that. So after the Cinquenfield Cup, Niemann gave a lengthy interview addressing the controversy, in which he admitted to cheating in online chess in the past, but denied cheating in the game against Carlsen, either over the board, so like in person, or online. 3 weeks later, Carlsen released a statement saying that Niemann's behavior during their in-face game in the Cinquenfield Cup, taken together with earlier suspicions, convinced him to withdraw from the tournament, expressing the belief that Niemann had cheated more often and more recently than he admitted.
Yeah, I kind of feel like once you've admitted to having cheated, like, they're both grandmasters?
No, just one guy's just like...
Just a chess playing guy.
Just a chess playing guy. Like, he's a good chess player.
Yeah.
But he's not a former world champion and grandmaster. So Chess.com removed Niemann from their platforms just days after Carlsen's withdrawal from the Cinquenfield Cup tournament. And the FIDE, the International Chess Governing Body, rebuked Carlsen for this action, but at the same time acknowledged his concern about cheating in chess. The FIDE later announced an investigation into Carlsen's claims and the alleged cheating of Niemann and his response. Chess.com released an interim report summarizing the evaluation of Niemann's games and in their estimation of his online cheating on their platform. And this just blew up. Like
the world of chess was going
never bigger,
nuts.
Like it was
and
all
chess,
over.
I know what I do know about chess is seen like during the pandemic, people like took up chess like never before. Yeah, like a great number of things were taken up, like,
of course,
never before.
Yeah,
and then that show came out that was it was a very popular show. people our 3 listeners are screaming at the radio about a young lady who learns chess, becomes a chess prodigy.
The King's Gambit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that, chess is like bigger than it's been
in a very long time.
Centuries, maybe. Maybe not. Cold War was like big chess time, I think.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
To prove who is the smarter white people. In October 2022, Neiman filed a lawsuit against Carlsen, his company Play Magnus Group, Chess.com, and Chess.com's chief chess officer, Daniel Wrench.
What a title to have on a business card.
No, right? And Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura for defamation and unlawful collusion. The lawsuit was dismissed on June 27th of this year, but on August 28th of this year, Chess.com announced that all parties involved in any lawsuit had been settled with Chess.com and reinstated Neiman on their platform, and Carlsen promised to play against him again should they be paired. It's
funny because if this was a mainstream ball sport, one of the ones that are controlled by like huge media organizations, I might be inclined to say like, this sounds like manufactured drama.
Sure,
like,
yes.
This was contrived by the league because the league wants some attention.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I don't really see chess people doing that.
No, they're way too much about the purity of the game.
Yeah. So
now I can't, because of our time slot, get into all the details about how people supposed he cheated.
Oh, I'd imagine that the rabbit hole there is quite deep.
Yeah, those are very interesting words to use. But because it's very difficult these days, people get get caught, because I was reading about this, of course, get caught cheating by, having 4 people in the crowd making cricket noises, like having someone cough at specific intervals.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, the leading theory for Neiman is he had some sort of device that was not detected, sending him vibrations to tell him
a Morse code action or similar. Yeah.
So.
Well,
chess
is crazy.
Chess is crazy.
You know what? I gotta give it like a sidebar here, but like I went through the French school system.
Yes.
K to 12, all français. Now the extent of it is pronouncing song titles, but the French school system has math is part of the chess. Chess is part of the math curriculum. We all learn chess.
Yeah.
And I've not often, but over the last few years since I've left school, I've sat down and played a couple games of chess along the way. Maybe one that's every couple of years, which half a dozen, maybe more, maybe a dozen times I've sat down and played chess since I left school, which is way more than I ever used trigonometry.
I know, right? Yeah.
So much. Who'd have guessed looking back? It's what I learned in school that I'm going to use short of reading and, actually applicable math. Pew pew, getting pissed off all the mathematicians. It's like chess.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I keep trying to teach my wife how to play chess, but she is not into the idea. Thinking of ideas, we're going to go into listening to Port Cities.
Oh yeah.
Idea of You is a track that we're going to listen to.
I don't even know you. Damn it, I want to wake up in your bed. Stranger, don't feel like a stranger, like staring at an old picture before it started to fade. Well, maybe I'm in love with the idea of you, 'cause I don't even know you, but I want you to kiss me. And maybe I'm in love with the idea of you. I'm not saying I need you, but I hope that you miss me. yourself. You'd act like this with anyone else. Oh, what a beautiful life. Oh, waiting like watching the grass grow. We stay up until they all go home. Baby, we're the last ones left. Maybe I'm in love with the idea of you, 'cause I don't even know you, but I want you to kiss me, kiss me. Ooh, maybe I'm in love with the idea of you. I'm not saying I need you, but I hope that you miss me. Ooh, yeah, any other night, any other time, probably could've looked your way, walked on by and you'd let me. Yeah, any other night, any other fool probably could've walked away and forgot about you. Well, maybe I'm in love with the idea of you, 'cause I don't even know you, but I want you to kiss me, kiss me. Ooh, maybe I'm in love with the idea of you. I'm not saying I need you, but I hope that you miss me, you miss me. Ooh, the idea of you. I'm not saying I need you, but I hope that you miss me.
A segment called "What Are You Reading?" This
I'm
week?
reading The Hobbit still.
Oh yeah, well it's a minute long, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So currently reading The Hobbit. Last week, and
We
by
had one
that
of the
I mean
dwarves.
44 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We talked about Gloin, the father of Gimli. Yeah, one
brother
of the
Gloin.
what?
Brother of Oin?
Yes, brother of Oin. Gloin, the brother of Oin.
Yeah. Tough household growing up. Never
It was just
never
the
know
two of
who's
them.
being yelled at.
I don't know. It would be like Oiny and Gluey or something like that. Anyway, there's just two of them.
All right.
Currently reading The Hobbit. Today, I want to do a shallow dive on the Maya, Awendil, more commonly known as Radagast the Brown.
Oh, another wizard.
Yeah. Hey, it's Air Traffic Controller Thomas from the future. Luke and I talked way too long, so you won't get this full conversation. If you want to hear it, you can hear it at midgicairport.com or on our SoundCloud. Okay, bye. Renee Smith. So Renee Smith is an R&B singer here in Halifax.
I've heard the name.
Incredible singer. And it is Christmas Eve, so I am going to do one or two Christmas songs.
I'll allow it. But
It is literally Christmas Eve. So, this is Renee Smith with Dear Santa.
Dear Santa, it's finally Christmas Day. Hey. Snow's falling over my window pane. Hey. Feeling jolly, hanging up the holly, hoping for a kiss on 3. Singing in a choir right beside the fire in a Christmas revelry. I don't want a present. What would I even ask for? It's that time of year when all I really feel is thankful. Dear Santa, you can skip by my chimney, 'cause I this Christmas, I honestly can't complain. Hey, friends and family gathered all around me, dining on a Christmas feast. We keep warmer by cuddling closer underneath the Christmas tree. I don't want a present. What would I even ask for? It's that time of year when all I really feel is thankful. Dear Santa, you can skip by my chimney, 'cause I have everything that I need. Oh, yeah, everything that I need. Oh, yeah, everything that I need. I don't want a present. What would I even ask for? Oh, yeah, everything that I need. Everything that I need. Yeah, everything that I need. This Christmas, yeah, I have everything that I need. Everything that I need. Oh, yeah, I have everything that I need.
How about that?
That's a nice little tune right there. News.
News.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard there is some news.
Last 2 times I've done news, you've hated both of them.
Yeah, you don't bring the happy news.
How about this?
Okay.
UFOs.
Yes.
Am I
Big
allowed-
year for UFOs.
Huge year for UFOs. Especially in the United States of America.
Yes, I've heard of that place.
They are our friends to the south.
Yes.
A lot of people talking about a big word called disclosure. And both here in Canada and
It's like when the black ink gets peeled off, the government reports.
sometimes. Sometimes disclosure is you're given in the report with the black ink on.
Yeah.
And sometimes disclosure is you're given
A report. Sans black ink.
or there's already a report out there with black ink on it and they take the black ink off it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It must be a tedious job.
Yeah, that would suck, eh?
Anyway, what about UFOs?
There is a UFO sighting here in Heartland, New Brunswick.
Heartland?
Now, yeah, Heartland. Now,
Oh.
the sighting was in 1996, but the testimonial was only transcribed about a year ago, actually, December 21st, 2022. So the testimonial is by BJ Downey. And I'm going to read you out this testimonial. If you want to read more of these, you can find them on UFO NB Canada Sightings Information and Group Chat over on Facebook.
Amazing.
It is a private group, but if you join, I will make sure you get in.
Wait,
so-
you're a moderator?
No, I'm not, but I think I can. I think I can.
You hold enough sway?
I can. What's the word I'm looking for? Like if one of your friends joins, you can
vouch for
yeah,
them?
Yeah. You can like be like, yeah, this one's good.
All right. Hit
Right.
me.
So here's BJ Downey's testimony. I just started grade 6 and it was my first year at Heartland and the Heartland NB High School. It was dark outside, probably 6:30 p.m. The phone rang at our house and my mother answered it. It was the neighbor, Lisa Stills, married to Brian Stills at the time, down the road.
This story is so maritime.
I know, I love it. She told my mom to look in the sky to see this crazy thing that was flying around. We all stepped out on the deck and looked up. There was an oval, saucer-shaped thing with really weird lights flying around. It would stop and hover in the same spot, sometimes for minutes, and then shoot as fast as lightning over to a completely different spot. If I were to guess, it could travel about 5 to 7 kilometers in 1 second. Sometimes it would move a bit slower. But when it wasn't hovering, it would shoot all over. At one point, the neighbors came up and we were all watching it from our porch. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. It was hard to sleep that night. Kind of an eerie feeling. It was weird as a kid to be asking questions about it and to have adults not having any answers. 2 or 3 days later, I'm sure there was an article about it in the Bugle or Observer. I still have that paper somewhere. And a few days later, we were sent home from school with a permission slip that parents had to sign so we could attend assembly where a guy from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Stanton Friedman, came to talk about UFOs. I'm not sure of any time at any school where this would have happened, but it happened in Hartland
amazing
High.
that it happened at all.
It really is in 1996. Yeah. Pretty crazy to think about that now. I was already reading and researching the famous Bigfoot, into UFOs, in the Bermuda Triangle. But after that experience, I would sign out and read every book on those subjects that the school and town library had. And I've been fascinated.
Which was all the research you could do at the time in 86.
It's really true, yeah. The internet wasn't really like...
Now he'd be on your group being a rock star, but then it's like, get some books.
This is a CGI Photoshop artistic rendering by Jim Lawrence.
It looks
so,
like a rendering.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
But that's the story, yeah.
Okay.
That's my local news. BJ Downing from Heartland. Retelling his story.
37 years ago, there was a UFO sighting in Heartland.
Hey, 96 wasn't 37 years ago.
Listen, as far as the news you've brought to this, I'm okay with this.
This is your best, the best news so far?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because, I got Bigfoot update next week then.
It doesn't surprise me one bit.
Hey, we saw what's Beach Hill Park? No. What's the one just up
on the highway?
Yeah.
Beach Hill Lake Park?
Yeah.
Beach Hill Park. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's the park up there.
The park up there?
Yeah.
Bigfoot sighting up there. We'll talk about it next week. Luke, what's your news, man?
Man, have you watched any Christmas movies this year?
No.
Oh, thank you. I mean, good. I mean, but I think a lot of people have because,
of course,
people like movies
and people like being happy and stuff.
Yeah, and they watch those prefab ones. So that's whatever. If that's what you like, that's great. But I think a lot of them are based in New York. A lot of all movies are based in New York, right?
Yeah.
So you turn the TV on, and anything shot in New York, and the first thing you see is the
World Trade Centers.
No, you're a little outdated. The Taxi, right? The New York Taxi, and it's a Crown Victoria or a Grand Marquis. But it's that Ford four-door sedan.
Big yellow taxi.
Big yellow
That's
taxi.
the one Joni Mitchell was singing about.
Yeah, it might have been earlier. Would have probably been Checkers at the time. But anyway, for the last, let's say, both of our lifetimes, the ubiquitous New York City cab was the same model. They built these things from the 80s into... 10 years ago into the early 2012, 13 or something when Ford stopped production.
Okay. Yeah, because they don't make cars anymore, right?
No. And it was kind of a relic of a car. If you think of modern cars are all built out of stamped steel and, there's no frame per se unless you get a pickup truck nowadays. But the Crown Victoria was still built like a 70s car on a frame, which made them ride very smooth and drink a ton of gas, but to be very tough. And that's why they were used as cop cars. We had them as cop cars here until a couple of years ago. They were used as fleet vehicles everywhere, but you're only allowed to run a taxi so long in New York City. It has to be within a certain number of years and a certain number of miles. And one company, just before when COVID hit, applied for an exemption. Oh, it's too hard to get new cars. Can we stretch out the life of our Crown Victoria taxis? So we're knocking on, no joke, 1 million miles on some of these cars.
I'm sure, yeah.
But, they get maintained every day, and they just go and go and go, and they never stop, which is actually a very good thing for a vehicle. Being parked on it's harder than moving a lot of the time. So it's they go. But unfortunately, they applied for another extension on their, can we keep running these for the sake of the city and nostalgia? And the city of New York was like, nah, man, we done here.
So
put the last New York City cab down.
Wow.
So this is like a monumental occasion. From now on, if you turn on the TV and you're like, the movies are all be dated, right?
Yeah, they're not yellow cabs anymore.
No. They're not that iconic, just like we see it as the RCMP car.
Yeah.
No, man, they're all going away. I mean, here they rusted away quite a bit quicker, so they're pretty well all gone.
Yeah.
But
so is there like a new standard car?
They actually, it's such a large fleet of vehicles that they basically put it out to tender. Like, so manufacturers were building prototypes as of a couple of years ago to say, will you buy this particular car, and we'll make enough of it, and we'll make it in a spec that actually gives people headroom, and you take a few more passengers and a little more luggage, and it's way more fuel efficient than these big old V8 powered, trucks that look like cars.
Yeah.
But I want to say it was Nissan that ended up getting the contract with like something that's akin to a minivan, but I also haven't been in New York in a couple of years.
That's true.
I didn't do my fact checking on to see what the
new
replacement is, but
I hope I just hope it's yellow.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be.
With that, I think we're going to move into our penultimate song.
Ooh.
Yes. You know what? We were talking about bluegrass a little bit, and this isn't bluegrass. What?
That's a great segue.
Thank you. We were talking about bluegrass. This isn't
last
that.
week we were talking about how the show.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Might dip into a little more bluegrass in the future.
Again, for us, it's not last week.
Yeah, it's last week, last hour.
Lee Chromo. So Lee Chromo is. Has passed in the early 2000s, but was a fiddle player, a Mi'kmaq fiddle player.
Okay.
So very, very influential teacher, musician, historian. He was very influential in fighting for Mi'kmaq and Aboriginal rights in Nova Scotia and Canada as well. And a lot of his playing, thankfully, had been recorded and saved.
All right.
On top of all this, he was also a composer. So not all of the songs he played were his own compositions. Some of them were newer songs. Some of them were, like a kojwe, which would be like a specific dance in Mi'kmaq culture. So some of them were more cultural songs.
Yeah. And I imagine if you learn fiddle, you probably to start everyone on like the same couple reels.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So. Everyone knows Devil's Reel. I can play the Devil's Reel. Like, I don't remember it off.
It's been a hot minute since I took a fiddle lesson, so.
It's been a hot minute since I took a fiddle lesson too, but I'm sure I could still, get a Devil's Reel going for you. But this is called Constitution Breakdown by Lee Chromo.
All right. Feel like I'm back in Rexton at the church hall on like a Saturday afternoon listening to that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes, I do know. So, we are taking a look at some gold stars.
It's time to give out gold stars. Every week we give out some gold stars to some people, places, or things that we think deserve a little recognition.
Yeah, just like a little gold star, like you used to get on the top of your spelling tests.
Oh.
Unless you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Well, I used to get them.
Well, look at you.
I know. I'll go first this week. I went.
Okay.
I went second last week, so I'll go first this week.
Hit me.
Will Liu.
Go on.
So Will Liu is the lead reporter for the Toronto Raptors for Sportsnet, and has a quite large, very entertaining, I find, podcasts, the Raptor Report.
Oh. Good name for a Raptors podcast.
I'm giving him the gold star because he's just having a hard time.
Oh. Is it something he did?
No, it's just
something he perceived to have done?
It's just his job, man.
Oh.
Like,
are the Raptors a suck this year?
They're so bad.
Oh. And like
so
his
bad.
whole life is the Raptors.
He has to watch these games.
Oh.
And like you can watch, I've watched, rebuilding sports teams. Mm-hmm. And like actually watching a team contend is very entertaining because you're like, watching them, like the 2019 Raptors, so entertaining to watch, right?
Okay.
Watching a team rebuild is fun as well because you're like, look at all these like pieces that we have that are coming together and they're starting to work together. And like, you don't expect them to win every game, but you expect like them to show flashes of their potential and you expect them to like, okay, I can see that they're working on their 3-point shooting. Are they shooting an abysmal 29% right now? Yes. But the next month they're shooting like 31%. Next month
you get behind it because it's like the underdog story. You're coming up. We're seeing the progress. I'm invested in the progress.
100%.
But when there's no progress,
the Raptors are at a point right now where we're not contending. We are like 9-14 at the time of recording. We are. But we're also not making any moves to blow it up and rebuild. They're like, we're staying the course. Like, we can contend. They're pretending that they can contend for some reason. So it's just awful basketball to watch.
Huh.
Like, you know what? If there's a team, a middle of the road team, not rebuilding, not contending, but they're entertaining to watch,
you'll watch.
I'd still watch. But it's just boring. Garbage basketball right now.
Wow.
And we'll lose last podcast. So they did one after the Atlanta Hawks game. So like literally right after the game he recorded. There were still like celebrations happening on the court.
Oh.
And it was 30 minutes of him just being like, this team is terrible. There is not one good thing to say. They shot less than 50% free throws.
Eek.
They were way under 30%.
It always used to get me and you would know this, Thomas, but in high school, and for all you two people listening at home, yes. I'm obviously 6'2" and like jacked, and was in high school as well. But I used to play a lot of basketball, and I used to occasionally even watch a game.
Yeah.
And it always struck me as like so strange when these people getting paid like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. Yeah. We get to the free throw line and be like, it's just like bomb.
Yeah, 100% bomb. Yeah, shot. And then so the starting point guard for the Hawks, Trae Young, he's tall. He might not be taller than you. I think he's 5'9".
Okay.
Incredible player.
Yep.
Was surrounded by 3 players. Jakob Poeltl's 7 foot.
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes is 6'9" with like a 7'1" wingspan.
Yeah.
And Precious Achiuwa is like 6'9", maybe a 7 foot wingspan.
And he walked right through them?
No, he grabbed his own offensive rebound.
Amazing.
Then...
Is he getting the gold star this week?
No, Will Liu's still getting the gold star.
Okay.
Grabbed his own offensive rebound.
Yeah.
then put it back in for 2 points.
Fantastic.
Like, that's the amount of effort we're seeing on the court.
As a vertically challenged person who used to play basketball.
Oh, I'm sure you love that. But can you understand me as a fan being like, this is
terrible because it's happening the wrong way.
They got out-rebounded on defense and offense. They had more turnovers. They can't shoot the ball.
All right. This is getting dangerously close to mainstream sports. So
I know. I know it is.
Okay.
But I need an outlet to get this out somewhere.
All right. Well, if it helps, my gold star is also basketball related this week.
Anyway,
shock of shocks.
That's actually really funny. Mine's going to Will Liu because God bless that man. He has to, his job. I watch this garbage sometimes because I'm a fan. Mm-hmm. He has to watch this garbage. Like, it is his job to watch this trash every single night it's on. He ended the podcast this week with, at least we have the weekend off. At least we have the weekend off. That's how bad Raptors basketball is right now.
Amazing.
Good for you, Will Liu. Yeah, I'm better now. Good for you, Will Liu. Okay. You're doing the world good, and I genuinely believe that. Mm-hmm. Who's your gold star, man?
So, no doubt, because you follow sports and local news, you heard that the minor basketball, one of the leagues in Halifax, banned spectators at a tournament this past weekend.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna maybe go out and support the league, although I totally understand. Like, these kids are 10, 11, 12 years old. Mm-hmm. Listen, like, everyone wants their children to do well at sports.
Yeah.
You know, and especially if they're a competitive kid.
Totally.
But, like, no one gets anywhere by chewing out the refs. This has gotten so bad, they lost, I can't remember if it was 4 or 6 refs from the league who came out and said, it's not
worth it.
And let's face it, we both played sports. You know that refs are usually, like, the biggest proponent of the sports, the biggest fans of the sports.
Yeah.
They like, yeah, sure, they might get paid $10 a game or something ridiculous, but they wouldn't be there if they didn't love it. And they wouldn't be there if they didn't want the kids to be doing it. Mm-hmm. And, like,
it's not easy getting refs. As someone who is still involved in minor sports for kids, like, it's not easy getting refs.
Yeah. So I guess my gold star is going to the remaining refs. And I mean, good on the league for showing them some love too and saying, okay, well, this isn't a long-term thing, but to get you guys through the last week here, we're just going to make the kids play without crowds. Yeah. And, that sucks too, because the parents can't be there, and, but it's protecting your volunteers.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And
like, I am on the bad side of it sometimes too. Again, I referee, and I'm a heated man. And I've had a lot of really good experiences with refs, and I may have come close to fisticuffs with a ref before as well.
Yeah.
As a coach, not as a player.
Yeah.
Reffing is a really hard job.
Yeah.
And I don't envy them. It's just, I'm so glad that we have them. I'm so glad that we have them for...
Yeah, that's why they're getting a gold star.
Yeah.
The remaining ones. And even the ones who didn't remain, like...
Yeah.
You know what? There's something to be said, too, for, like, if you're going out and getting chewed out by a 10-year-old basketball playing kid's parents because of a call you made...
You don't deserve that. No. You don't need that.
No.
Absolutely not. Hey, let's do some promos.
All right.
So, I have a few up here today. They're both going to be for tonight at 9 o'clock. So, right after this, we have live at KEXP. Yep. After that, we have Black Atlantic. Mm-hmm. But Sunday at 9 p.m., so stay around.
Let me pause you right there.
Totally.
Because, folks, you need to go to CHMA-FM and look at the cover art for this program.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, please. Yeah. So CHAFM.com, and you're going to want to look up the night shift. So that is at Sundays at 9 p.m., So listen to the night shift to hear Luca Capone spin a diverse, adventurous mix of sounds ranging from psychedelic jazz to experimental hip-hop. With a heavy focus on Canadian and independent artists that can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. on CHMA.
Yeah. But again, the cover art.
Oh, so
or maybe they don't call it cover art. Should probably know this since they let me on the radio with you. But anyway, fantastic. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Thomas, do you like funk?
Dude, I love funk.
Do you like disco?
I'm pretty okay with disco, actually, yeah.
I'm probably more okay with disco
Yeah.
than I should be. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Tune in for Sunshine After Dark.
Nice.
Ranging from funk to disco to all kinds of
Just like upbeat.
yeah. Like music that you just saw on the radio and you're like, huh.
Music that you could take your pants off and dance to.
Or you could leave them on, or they could be oversized, but only on half the pants.
But they could be undersized.
They could be.
Really tight pants. Really tight pant dancing.
Probably won't find myself dancing to it, but maybe a toe tap.
I'm a dancer.
Yeah, I know.
Sundays at 11 p.m. The wonderful James Anderson, who does so much for this community. Tune in to the outside. Forget what's moving on and what's standing still. James Anderson has a strange and wonderful compulsion to explore and discover the outer reaches of the musical spectrum, and sometimes what's just in plain sight. Madness.
What else are we talking about this week, Thomas?
You need to give me one more, man.
What?
We only did 3.
Man, it would be rude of me not to mention that at Sunday at 8 a.m. for you early risers. Maybe that's not early on a Sunday for
me.
you. Yeah, if you don't have kids and are not employed Sunday mornings, 8 o'clock could be pretty early. But since we've been talking about bluegrass for weeks, I feel like it would be rude not to mention that you could tune in at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning for the Bluegrass Jam, a whole hour of mind-shredding bluegrass action.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
What else are we doing? Well, we're about to have a song, my friend. That's what we're going to do.
All right. Hit me up with a little music. What are we going to listen to?
You know what? I'm deciding right now.
Just now.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Well, I got 8 songs in front of me. That's why, brother.
The choices.
I have actually only 7 songs because we already did Dear Santa. You know what? I'm gonna go Christmas again, man.
All right.
I'm done for Christmas music for the year.
All
This
right.
is it.
I'll allow it.
This is the very classic Christmas Time is Here. The Vince Guaraldi Trio.
Yeah, I can't hate you for playing that, I guess.
But the drummer for the Vince Guaraldi Trio, of course, was Jerry Granelli.
Yes.
Fairly recently passed.
Yes, like within the last year, maybe
I believe
2?
so, yes.
Yeah.
Jerry Granelli, although not Atlantic Canadian native, was his chosen home. He resided in Halifax for the majority of his adult life and passed away here as well.
So we're going to let him on
He's 100% Atlantic Canadian.
for good behavior.
He's 100% Atlantic Canadian.
I feel like he'd have to be a guy after my own heart, like to move to where there's snow.
Yeah.
Even Halifax didn't get much snow, but you get a little bit every once in a while.
So this is actually the Jerry Granelli Trio, so not the Vince Guaraldi Trio, but Jerry Granelli's own band.
All right.
So here's the Jerry Granelli Trio with their own version of Christmas Time is Here.
All right.
It's a nice bass solo.
I could see you like enjoying it as it was happening.
Yeah, I'm a bass solo guy. Don Cherry.
Oh, come on.
What? You know what? He's probably it's Christmas Eve. He's probably having a wonderful time with his friends and family and his loved ones, just like we all should be.
Okay.
That's the Don Cherry update for this week.
My New Year's resolution is to get rid of this segment.
It will never go away. Even if I will put it in there somehow every week. I don't. Even if it's live, I will just start every sentence with a new word. Every sentence with a new word. Yeah, I'll start every sentence with a new word.
Every sentence, usually.
Yeah, but with like a new letter to spell out a Don Cherry update somehow. You know what I mean?
Cryptic Don Cherry.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm about. We're all about cryptic Don Cherry messages. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for CHMA for hosting and broadcasting. Check them out at chma.com and at CHMAFM on all the socials. Of course, just stay here. Live KEXP is next. Check out midgicairport.com. Visit our merch store and give us a shout out on all of the socials at Midgic Airport, except on X, formerly known as Twitter, where we are at Midgic_Airport.
Follow us now, and you could be our 4th follower.
Good. I think, you know what? That's actually true. I think we have 3 right now.
Do we?
Yeah, man.
Wild.
We're blowing up. We're going to be
going viral.
There's going to be the Midgic Airport Music Festival soon enough.
We're
going to have it in
We'll have to choose between that and the Rogersville Bluegrass Festival.
No, we do live reporting for one. And we host the other.
Neither of us live in Midgic. We just work here at the airport.
That's fine. I'm sure the airport would let us use the land.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to management.
Yeah, totally.
With that, that's all.
Bye forever.
Merry Christmas, folks.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Thank you for listening to the Midgic Air Traffic Controller Hour here on CHMA-FM.
I'm Air Traffic Controller Thomas.
And I'm Air Traffic Controller Luke.
And you can find CHMA on all social medias at CHMAFM. You can also check out their website, CHMAFM.com. You can also find us at MidgicAirport.com and on all the socials at Midgic Airport and on Twitter at Midgic_.